Oh, okay, it's working, Hey, what up? What's going on? Welcome back. I'm choking. Alright. We've been improving, though. If you haven't been watching, we are champ. And we were D3, I think. I think we were D3 for a while. But anyway, for now we're just gonna be vibing. Just vibing. Play some games. Probably play ones and stuff. But we'll see. I changed my sensitivity settings. Trying to test something out.
We are now beginning the second
Please
Please stand by. If someone out there can hear us, they are looking
I might need to put my sense back. I can't play like this. I almost trolled myself. Yeah, we'll do that. They took my boost though. Like I wanted the mid and go there, but the mid, my teammate took the boost, so I had to improvise with 24 boost. Take a dunk. Oh, I can't get it. Jeez. Well, I hope it don't lag. What? 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 I did all that killing. That's crazy. Sorry. I'm gonna take it back. Yo, make up your mind, kid. Alright, I'm about to stop playing speed. Let's go. Told you. Get back. I'm a good. I think I'm a good first person. I think that's what it is. I'm gonna play us first. In threes at least. No. Oh my gosh, yo. What is happening? Fuck. I'm so bad. Sorry. Nah, we got this. Move. Yeah, why would you do that? It's so funny. I'm playing so bad. Sorry. Keep playing threes though. I want to hear something else. Nice, we take those. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, wow. Wow. Haha, what a freak. What was that? Oh my gosh, what is this game? Whoops. That's a fake. That's a fake. This game is so funny. That was fun. Alright, let's take over this game. It's time. Okay, I don't know what team. What? Alrighty. Okay. Once my kickoffs start to get good, then we're in it. That's a good thing. I'm going mid. Shorty. That was a shot, buddy. No assist, what? Give me that game. We take those. What card do I want to use? I have all the same presets. You know what I didn't do? I didn't freaking post, yo. That I was live. Trolling myself. I don't know. I don't know. Might like this game. I hope not. Should be fine. Nice. Let's go. Let's go. I need to boost that entire time, bro. Why am I panicking? It's still early. Alright, it's time to turn it up. Give me that. Give me that. Alright, I can't reach out. What are y'all doing back there? Unlucky. That's what I gotta do. Oh my gosh, you heard me. I wasn't even seeing that game. Wow. Anyway. So weird, bro. Okay. Alright. I did it. Now, let's get out of here. Now you can actually watch the game. Okay. I'm not liking the way I'm playing right now. Faking. I need boot. Stop. That's so funny. Wow. Whatever. We won. Oh my gosh. I trolled. I trolled. We got this. We got this. They just faked me. Nah, go. You got. You're in front of me. Alright, I'm trolling. What a counter. Okay, that works. Let's go. Easy work. Nice. For 50 in that corner. We went crazy that game. What? Oh, that's alright. You don't have to. If you still hear Mariana, that's alright. We were chilling. Oh. Word. Glad you're here. Hey. Homarion? Oh, people get it wrong? That's weird. I mean, I guess it's not weird. My real name is, people get my real name wrong. Most of the time. Oh, hello. Come on, go in. Oh, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. Did you see that just then? What was that? Press it down. Press it down. What a save. You're right. What a shot. They didn't shoot it right. I'm messing all of them up. Thank you. Okay, you can take the boost. I don't care. My bad. I had to. Stay in the way. Alright. To me this. Shoot it. My team never ready for it. Never ready. It's alright though. We win this game, by the way. 3 minutes. Yeah, we win this game. Yeah. Nice. Oh, this is it. Oh, I got bumped by teammate. I got bumped. Oh, that's not good. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. Almost got me. Round 2, maybe? Pass to me. To me. Should have stayed over there, I guess. Whatever. Faking. Nah, don't let him do it too. Nice. I'll take all these pads like 3-1. In your favorite? Hey, thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, good call. Oh, I'm trolling. Wait, I'm trolling. I was reading. Alright, we got this. Watch this. My bad. Alright. I'm waking up. Wake up. We got this. Oh, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Let's go! They weren't making that. 3-1, 3-2 in my favor. I appreciate that. Let's go. Okay, they weren't ready for that, I guess. Oh, I missed, I missed, I missed. To me. Yeah, this MG's shoe shot. Not the brightest. It's okay though. Hard shot. Backboard. Defense. Okay. Wait for this boost to spawn. To me, to me. To me, to me. To me, to me. It's gonna be 2-1, I guess. I got backboard. I get the dunk. Oh no, I backflip, I backflip. This is good. Oh, I think it's back. Okay. Whoa. 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 You saw that? Still my favorite though? Yeah, still my favorite. Oh no. That's not what we wanted to do there. It's okay though. We recover, we recover. Nice. Nice. Alright, this one. This is our ball right here. Oh, did not cut that. Oh my god. Okay. We're good. Okay. Your turn. No? You don't want to go for it? What the hell? What is happening? Yo. Go in. Shoot it. It's open. Let's go. Yo, what a pass. Let's go. We're climbing. I am champ 1. I don't know my accurate MMR, but you gave me the confidence. It was you. All right, let's keep climbing. Oh, Assumptions is good. Very good teammate. What? What? Why? Did you see that? What? Why? Oh my gosh. Why didn't he challenge? It's okay. What the score? I bumped all of them. I was like, get out of my way. Yeah, it's unlucky. Sorry, though. We still win this game. I'm going to say this game is going to be like 4-2. Get back here. Oh, missed the boost. Is that in? She's in. She's in. Let's go. You're gonna say the same thing? Nice. Yeah. 4-2. 4-2. Great minds think alike. We're calling it. We're calling it. I'm lagging, yo. Why am I lag? Why is my ping so high? Doesn't matter. He did anyway. Teammate on goal right here. What is that touch? What makes you think you had that catch? Or the better angle? Try to shoot it. What's happening? Alright. What is happening, yo? 4-2, 4-2. You see it? We lost 4-2. Why aren't you going back? Maybe they didn't see me up. Alright, we're done here. We're done. Yo, we lost. It's okay, though. need to get rid of this Mackie. Makes me sick. I get rid of this Honda. I got one Honda already, I think. Yeah, unfortunate. My game just froze? Oh. I think balance was on earlier, but I don't know. From the server. I'm about to watch the RLCS soon. Should I stream it? Should I keep it on stream? And watch it? Thank you, appreciate it. Oh, okay. Word. I ain't know that. Oh, nice. I'm lagging. No, stop lagging. Who you going for? Who you think gonna win the regional? Yeah, in total. Like, yeah, in total. What do you got? Yo, I'm trying to read your touches. I'm confused, I'm not gonna lie. Why am I lagging? G to or G. What? Just kidding. Fair take. Yo, I can't play like this. I can't play like this. I might have to stop reading your chat. I think SSG taking it, honestly. G2, yeah. They're good. I'm excited. I am excited. Alright, I need to turn off chat for a second. So I can actually stop lagging. YouTube is weird. I have to actually open my YouTube live in order to see. Not lagging anymore. Not lagging anymore. Oh, I am lagging. Just died. Why am I lagging? What's happening? I didn't know if I was lagging or not. Everyone just stopped playing. I'm lagging, so sorry, team. So sad. Good for your jump. Damage bad. I'm trying to focus on if I'm lagging or not, honestly. Yo, very fast, not gonna lie. Yo. Oh my gosh, kid. You don't know. You gotta be confusing. They see everything coming. You gotta be confusing. Go, 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 go. What do you want me to do there? I can't help the lag. Yeah, I think SSG have been playing good too. They're insane right now. But I play different game modes. Why not? I'll probably play this and then I'll turn on RLCS. I mean, if you hang out, I'll put it on, but I can also turn it on. Does left go in hoops? I don't know how it works. I don't know what I'm doing in this game mode. Yeah, I don't know either. I suck at hoops. Didn't it? Oh, what is it? Wait, why would you do that? I'm trolling. Okay. No, oh, that's off. Oh no. I tried to dunk my teammate. It would have worked. Nice. Yeah, move. Close. Flick it. Go ahead, flick it. Pinch. Oh, I want to pinch off ceiling. Oh, I can't read the ceiling, to be honest. I gotta finish this game. The games are starting soon. Faking. Hey, let's go. Oh, what a bump. Panic. Ah. Close. Oh no. This game was fun. Why is this game so fun? I'm trolling. Oh. Hey, let's go. We survived. My screen lagging? Or just me? Go in. Hey, let's go. Alright. I'm actually excited for today. Alright, let's see. Wait, I want to turn off controller. I'm gonna need to get something to eat. I didn't even eat yet. Uh-oh, version 1 versus Gen G. All right, let's do it. I'll lower the music. Okay.
Because that's the problem. Because I think legally I'm not allowed to pick either team in any matchup because everyone thinks I curse everyone. So I don't know how that works. But the thing is with this game, both these teams were 3-2 last time. Teams that were 3-2 versus a 3-0 were 0-14 until these two teams they did it. Then they made it to the grand final. So anything can happen.
Anything can happen here, chat. Pretty split down the middle on this one as well, chat. Let's get over to the Verizon Skybox with our casters for game number 1. Gen G versus V1, a rematch as tight as you like it, folks. The winner advancing to the semifinals. We got Jorby and Turtle on the call.
We are running it back, baby. Version 1 versus
It's gonna be
Gen
crazy
G.
game.
Gen G falling to version 1 in the last regional Turtle, but with how this team has made every grand final so far, you can't count them out.
And of course, they talked about on the pre-show, Abject leading the way with his mental game. I think this player in particular, he's the guy
who got this game.
Take an L and he's going to use it as fuel, Jorby, which is why I expect a higher peak, a higher level performance here from Gen G, and they are going to be hungry to get some revenge.
Well, look, you're talking about apparently Jack. He currently leads the league in goals scored, but also goals per game, averaging a goal per game, and having
crazy.
almost 20 goals more than the next highest, which is First Killer in beast mode right behind him. So apparently Jack, he has been lethal ever since
wow, what a fake.
But it's Torment who draws first blood on a Gen G.
Yeah, we're getting an early goal from Torment, but this all started with Beast Mode. He won the 50-50. Then you get a bump play from Beast Mode, and Torment also does a little bit of a mind game, hits the brakes behind the ball, and forces the goalkeeper to dive a little bit earlier. And that's a great start for version 1 in this rematch. And I guess you're already seeing the aggression that version 1 are going to come out playing with. They've got that fire behind them. And for Gen G, you've got to, like Subi said, keep your head on a swivel, know exactly when they're going to go for the bumps, know where they're positioning, and try to dodge them as best as you can.
You know, Gen G aren't exactly I mean, they are a physical team, maybe obviously not as physical as a team like version 1. Gibbs kind of talked about on the desk how version 1 maybe weren't as demo heavy as they were in the last regional, but Gen G absolutely have that. And apparently Jack is actually a big factor in that as well. A lot of times in their rotation, you'll see him just stick downfield, have full confidence in Nolly and Chronic to feed him the ball downfield. And sometimes it catches rotations out where they're not really expecting it. Beast Mode, though, he picks up a demo. Gibbs kind of called Beast Mode out. He was averaging over 2 demos a game in the last regional, but in Swiss, averaged 0.9. And you know, we can talk about the physical game all day with these teams, but it's not just about how many demos you get. It's always about how effective they are.
Yeah, and I mean, it's really important that these teams aren't just relying on that demo playstyle as a crutch. I mean, you could come out here and solely try and rely on the physical gameplay, but the fact that they're pulling off when they need to and not always going for those demos and always hunting, I think that's very important, because if you try and put yourself in a corner to only utilize that playstyle, you're kind of trapping yourself. And for version 1, they don't want to do that. They need to implement it when it's natural in the rotation. And so far, I think they've done that rather well. Here's another demo from Beast Mode, and it's not breaking the rotation. He can get back into the play and smoothly rotate in with his teammates.
And Calm, he's sweeping across, tried to get another demo, but missed Nolly, and now Nolly swings out wide on the play. Jack called off by Chronic, he had no boost. Gen G trying to get set up on offense here. It's another 50 from Nolly. Jack sitting behind him in the midfield. Get the next pass. Beast Mode jumped a little early, but he recovers quickly and gets back to the touch.
Nolly gets a demo of his own. Chronic's looking for something creative from the corner. Baits out one defender. A very patient approach from version 1. They've always got one player behind each other. That safety net. Double commit from Abjack and Nolly. Not the most organized on offense, but the key here is keeping pressure, taking boost, trying to starve out version 1. So far, they've done a great job. You can expect maybe 1 or 2 extra opportunities. I mean, look at the speed from Chronic. That's got to set something up, but instead, denied by Calm. And then now Chronic gets taken out the field. Pressure alleviated, and it's a 2v1 situation. But quickly turn back the other way, and there's just so much chaos on the field. Torment free-flipped into that save.
Well, that earlier 50 almost put things on ice for version 1, and they still can't get out of defense. Calm able to get that touch, but Torment waits on the wall for apparently Jack while Nolly waits for the rebound. And he's already up, but Beast Mode's got him beat. Calm not going to get to the touch. Gen G able to stuff version 1 in the midfield line, but they're missing that quality shot. That one denied by Beast Mode. Apparently Jack another pass. Chronic's not denied. And there's that version 1 defense coming in again to keep the goal line clean.
Yep. And oftentimes, even right there, you'll see 3 players rotating through the net and to the far post. And that's just going to make it so much more difficult to put a shot on target, or at least a shot that'll go towards the goal line without dealing with a player from version 1 who's going to challenge you earlier. Big demo from Abjack. And finally, version 1 can get this clear. They are up 1 goal. All they need to do is just wind the clock down, but with an extra minute remaining, and Gen G pressing so hard on offense, we're not sure if it's possible quite yet.
Good booming clear is Chronic. Get the rebound. And version 1 with Beast Mode, who has been effective on the last couple of defensive stands. He's gotten a couple of crucial demos to help stymie this offense from Gen G. And look how fast he is to the 50. Stuffs apparently Jack, but Calm isn't exactly ready for the 50. Torment still playing a lot of defense here. Jack first to the ball. Underneath off the floor. Gen G another strike. The shot denied. 2 commit from version 1, but they get the clear, and Beast Mode's downfield.
There's always an answer from version 1. There was one opportunity that Gen G had off the crossbar, but Abjack in a 1v1, he gets the flick. Don't let this man get a 1v1 situation, because you're going to have to pay the price, and version 1 realized that now.
Torment stuck with 12 boosts as apparently Jack just running down the field, and only so much you can do to try to cover the net. He turns to cover at least half of it and hopes he can flip back, but by that time, Jack's got him dead to rights. And just like that, at the end of regulation, Gen G just may force overtime, but they've had a lot of the pressure since that first goal, and that one saved. Torment comes out of the net. Gen G coming out of the third. Nolly stuffed by Beast Mode. Chronic back over to Nolly, found him. Play may die, but Nolly wants to play ball. Don't know if it's there. Torment says, well, if you're going to let me have it,
Keeping it up.
we'll let Calm give it to Beast Mode, and tried to feign the approach, but overtime it is.
No, credit where credit is due.
Yeah, that's crazy to see.
I think that 1 goal for Gen G was definitely a slap in the face, and it woke them up. They're able to get and mount a couple of attacks on offense.
All these games are going to be
the best
exciting.
They have within those last 30 seconds.
I love watching semi and
It
quarter.
just felt like a matter of time, and now off the post. That shot certainly should have been a little bit more accurate. Could have ended things early in this OT, but instead we play on.
The clear, Calm. Sees he's got 2 defenders in front of him. Chronic opts to not touch it. Gives apparently Jack the easy clear. Force version 1 it back again. Torment only 10 in the tank. Beast Mode comes to help him out. Calm with a full tank to receive Nolly, but Nolly wins the 50 and puts Gen G back in the blue. And they get set up. A pass maybe to Jack, but it's not going to happen. The 50 denies Gen G the opportunity. Nolly does enough to stuff Beast Mode, but gives Calm an angle, and it's cut off again. A couple of close ones here for version 1 in terms of shot opportunities, but Gen G always finding a way to slot into the last second to take away.
Yeah, that rotation is picture perfect here for Gen G. They're not slow, but speaking of slow, that's a slow challenge, but Abjack has him read, dives into the top corner, and I have no idea how Gen G have kept this ball out of their own net. It seems like version 1 have 1 clear path, but there's one player rotating in right where you don't see him, and he can just in time get that pre-jump save.
Chronic leaving the corner. Apparently Jack gonna move with him downfield. Version 1 withstood pressure. That
crazy.
one off the bar. Torment gets the clear. Beast Mode coming in to prevent the rebound, but Jack gets the clear downfield. And it forces version 1 to play more defense. They've been close to their back wall for a lot of game number 1. Apparently Jack putting it up high. Torment back over to Calm for a quick transition. Classic version 1 right there. When you see Calm get up that quickly on the transition, you think about that counterattack play style that's worked so often for them as Torment puts the ball back over to the side for Calm. Beast Mode gets the kick and trying to beat apparently Jack over the corner.
I'm just a little bit concerned with version 1's rotations. I mean, they're playing so deep into their own half, Jorby, and you understand why. They've been stuck in this half the entire time, and they have to have somebody on the backboard like that for Beast Mode, but that is going to make your counterattacks a little bit weaker if every single player, especially that third man, is so deep in your own half, and you're going to give away a lot of space, too, if you're not winning challenges and matching the speed of Gen G.
Good pass here from Chronic. Torment's up for the ball. This freezes Calm on the back wall. He's got to basically jump down and hope he's in the right spot for the read, but it's apparently Jack who has the advantage, and he puts it right on his backside. Gen G take game 1.
It looked like a really uncomfortable spot, too, for Beast Mode. I'd love to take another look at the replay when we see him in the highlights, but for the most part, I was on Beast Mode's camera, and he was in the corner looking for a better challenge. It just simply slipped out and might have gotten bumped. And for Gen G, the timing, the execution, the way they're moving this ball in the half of version 1 is just slightly more efficient than that of version 1. Abjack, of course, you remember that 19-second flick into the right side. That was crucial for them. And once that goal went in, you expected to see, of course, the passion and the pop-off for Abjack, but you expected to see him finally get what they were looking for. They were knocking on the door the whole time. Version 1 forced to play all that defense, Jorby.
And not for lack of effort from version 1, there was a lot of
there were chances
early in the series, or early in the game, they were trying to get demos. Like Calm and Beast Mode were both swiping across the net, but Gen G kept dodging, and they couldn't actually get enough to get that second goal. That 2-goal stretch, I mean, was so important for them because I mean, eventually Gen G they never gave up possession after like halfway through the game.
I'm kind of rooting for V1
because
though.
Version 1, they got their first goal off of the aggressive bump play, and that was early in game 1, and maybe that was immediately a reminder to Gen G what they're going to have to deal with, and that means the rest of the game they were able to adapt and be prepared for when
Gen G's so good though.
would come through. And they've done a good job of being aware of where every single player from version 1 is trying to rotate. And for me, I think it's still the same issue. It's hard for version 1 because of how deep they're playing. That would have been a wide open opportunity, but Nolly got more of a piece of it than he wanted.
Sometimes that happens with Gen G where, you know, one too many touches or they end up tying each other up because blast it away, Jack! A massive fake to send the ball up, but version 1 have the angles covered. Jack comes again, Torment. The lion's share of that challenge. Now he heads downfield looking for Beast Mode. Wow. Left the floor before that touch happened. Which is happening.
Free jump too.
It's less and less. It's almost less and less special these days because the teams are so good at reading each other, like their teammates, that they know. All right, I'm just going to jump up for this. I'm going to be able to recorrect my path, or he's going to be able to put it on my nose. There's just so much faith. You're not seeing like 1 or 2 standout players pre-jump anymore. You're seeing some pretty close pre-jumps all over the place these days.
Well, especially if you have the right amount of boost. I mean, you talk about correction. If you're going to pre-jump, oh man, another opportunity interrupts me. That one was wide open, not necessarily wide open for Jack, but a good opportunity. He had a shooting lane, but just didn't get a good piece of it. Accuracy plaguing Gen G. However, you can't be too sad about it because of all this pressure you've been able to apply. You just want to get one to show for it, Torben.
Ooh, he missed the double, and Nolly, who had avoided a bump in midfield, got the midfield boost. Almost created that scoring opportunity because of it. But that pass risky.
Wow.
Chronic made it work. Back.
Oh my goodness.
Jack's got a wide open net. And Nolly is just trying to help his boy Jack out. Another goal.
And they're making use of all this space. Look at how deep Calm is playing. You've got Nolly cheating up. Abjack comes in as that third man who does steal the goal. It would have been a nice passing play between Nolly and Chronic. But regardless, get everybody involved, get the whole team moving forward. And for Gen G, they get the first goal.
Nolly, it's a hard pass from Chronic. Beat the defender, and that's all that matters. Beast Mode. Gonna get another touch. Version 1, since the opening minute, they've been shut down. They have not been able to generate a lot of offense. A lot of it came in that early minute. I think it was 7 shots on net, and 5 of them, I think, came within that 4 minute, or the first minute, rather. As Calm gonna come down, might get another good shot taken away. Beast mode, high ball, and it's gonna go back over. Gen G will happily take the clear as Chronic gets set up and waits for how Version 1 approach. They do move around. Calm able to whip the wall ball laterally, but that's all they really get, Turtle.
It feels like the second man in rotation for version 1, at least in my opinion, is a little bit slower. You know, you'll have somebody like Beast Mode or Calm flying forward, and they'll win a challenge, or maybe they'll just do everything by themselves. Calm, from his own end, gets the flip reset, and doesn't even need the help of his teammates.
Oh, it's so good from Calm. Jack even throws the nice shot in chat. Couldn't get back up to it on the spawn, only had so much boost. Do what you can, but Calm, excellent control, and a beautiful equalizer.
I was questioning the second man, but if you don't even need to use him, then more power to you, Calm. Lovely mechanics with a flashy play of his own.
Ooh, Chronic. Thought maybe he had more net to shoot at there as last man, but went for control. Nolly coming off the corner of the ceiling. It's not gonna work for him. Version 1. Torment looks for a demo, but the ball's headed the other way. Gets stuff in the back wall again. It's where Version 1 got stuck a lot in game number 1. Gen G aren't there to push them. They're happy to control midfield as Chronic takes it again. Jack gonna play close to him as second man. Following in is Nolly, but he can't go. He sees Torment and Calm. Calm racing to bump him, and that's forced Nolly off the play. Now Jack in an awkward spot. Chronic has to make the touch.
Wow.
He does, but still across, and Jack makes a great read. He was moving pretty fast for that. His timing had to be good, and it was.
That was one of the best looks we've seen out of version 1, though. It felt like everybody was a lot tighter on the rotation. You saw Torment and Calm were similarly positioned, but just spaced out enough to where they could capitalize on a play if Calm did win that challenge. And for me, that's where version 1 are going to shine the best, is when they're staying a little bit closer to each other. I don't like how deep the rotations have been. I think that getting more aggressive is going to benefit them. And you can see now the second man comes in from Torment. That was a good shot opportunity. Beast Mode's going to take the corner boost, and they are starving out Gen G. You expect opportunities to come the way of version 1 with all this pressure.
And that last save from Chronic, he had to avoid a bump again. Gen G, they're still having to keep their cameras swiveling for how version 1 are moving around them, but they have not blinked at all. And they're holding firm. Maybe another overtime. Gen G moving across. Another transition for version 1 in the works, though. Beast mode.
Big 50.
Drills through on 150.
Going down.
Nolly, Jack and Nolly both commit. That's one more touch for Calm. He's got boost to chase, but Jack beats him to it. And Torment trying to turn around. It's off the backboard. Beast mode puts it on the ground.
Beast mode, clinical positioning. Had to deny that one. Otherwise, you could surely expect to see a double tap. This is a big kickoff win, though, for Jack. Almost got a 50-50 follow-up. But it's going to be saved from Beast mode as we go into another overtime, Jorby.
Chronic trying to stop version 1. Now Nolly and Appjack working together in the back wall. Looking for a 50. He doesn't need one. Up chipping Calm on his way down. GG start to press a little bit. Everyone beyond the midfield line. 50 doesn't work out. That pushes Nolly backwards, and Jack to come in to support. Gets that first touch. Torment and Calm both waiting for Gen G in that clear. They give it to Beast mode, as they so often love to do, but not much he can do, so he'll take the demo and the boost, and he might create this play on his own. Bumps Jack out of the way. Said, I don't want the ball. I want Jack off the field. And he's still getting harassed. Torment tries to keep it going, but Gen G, again, do not blink. Their eyes have been open the whole time.
And it's been a bloodbath on the field. I think that Gen G getting a demo of their own helps alleviate as much pressure as you can. Beast Mode's still hunting for demos. Calm still looking for something. He does get it. He sniffs him out, and there's going to be space created for Beast Mode, who gets a flip reset, then the bump follow-up, but there's still somebody there in position, regardless of the pressure, regardless of the bumps, and regardless of those flip resets from Beast Mode. And now they can transition. Gen G, relentless.
Oh, Chronic got on the side of the ball. Nolly's coming up. That's got to be hard to read as a defender, but Torment still flies in to get the save.
Oh, double
Two demos from Torment.
You think
Chronic
it's gotta be it?
on the play. Torment made contact with all 3 players. Or not Torment, I think Beast Mode got that second chip. But either way, it doesn't matter. They still don't blink. And I remember casting with the Chiefs last week when Gen G played FaZe. You know what it was, Turtle? It's the layers. You talked about it. There's always someone in position in the net. You demo 2 people, you bump Chronic. Well, that's too bad. It wasn't enough. You apparently have to demo all 3 of Gen G. Here comes Nolly trying to force Beast Mode off the ball. And he might just have done it, but it comes right back down. Gen G trying to keep the offense going. Torment, he lost it!
Goal! Early on in this challenge, here comes Abjack. He knows exactly what Torment wants to do.
Wise calm.
And sees Nolly going in, follows quickly off that challenge, and then can snipe it right out of his hands. What a heads-up play from Abjack. After they both got demoed, 2 players were out of the play. Chronic gets the save. They move up 1 opportunity, and that's all it takes to end the OT. How do you shake this Gen G offense and defense, Jorby?
It's crazy how you can. It feels like you're doing everything right. It feels like you're moving around the pitch pretty well. You're winning good challenges. You're getting the demos. The chances are there, but it's Gen G. Literally, they're like a non-Euclidean geometry. It just seems to go on forever. The layers.
Yeah.
And like for version 1, you gotta have this timeout and just kind of settle down. And like, how do you get by a team that is so clutch is the wrong word, but they're just so consistent on the back wall and in front of the goal line and avoiding the efficient demos that version 1 try to get. They're just playing like the better team right now. They're outplaying them.
That's the main thing, Jorby, is consistency. And demos are obviously the most impactful and the most efficient when you can take out a player and, you know, maybe their rotations from their teammates aren't perfectly on point and the timing isn't exactly correct. So that's going to allow you to take as much advantage of that demo and that extra space. But it's interesting. Gen G, not only are they consistent with their rotations, but they also have this idea in the back of their mind, I feel like, when they're in the net, when they're rotating to the far post, they're aware, okay, if a demo comes out, I know that I need a challenge immediately. I know exactly how to rotate forward, and basically they just sound the alarms. A demo comes through from version 1 and they immediately challenge. They don't waste any time giving space to version 1. They don't waste any time getting back into rotation, and that is the key for Gen G, being able to adapt, recover, and truly their damage control department on defense, Jorby, it's some of the best, if not the best, in North America right now against version 1.
And version 1, they were able to play great defense themselves. I don't want to make it sound like Gen G are the only ones playing good defense. Version 1 kept this a 1-1 game, and they had a lot of great stops themselves. But they just don't have the same. They don't have the same possession that Gen G do. Like Gen G are conducting this game, and version 1 just kind of have to bounce along to the rhythm. They get a couple of transitions, right? Classic version 1 will play a bunch of defense and then score on transition, but sans that calm solo effort down the field, which only happened because Abjack had just spawned and was in an awkward spot. Like, those are the only opportunities they're getting, and they're few and far between.
Well, now it feels like we are testing version 1 to see just how sharp their offensive sword is. You've got to use and score primarily off of those solo plays. Think about what has worked for version 1, a good kickoff here for Gen G as we get back into the action.
Yeah, Gen G's feeling
version
good.
1, what has worked in this series so far? Pretty much it has just been the mechanics and those solo plays. 1v1s are crucial in this series and in this matchup for version 1, and they are getting tested on if they have that firepower. We know they do. They've got beast mode on the other field. They just need to utilize him, and he needs to step up in this series and take charge.
Well, here's an insane stat for you, Turtle. At the start of this series, Gen G came in as, hang on a second.
He doesn't care about stats.
Who cares about stats? I killed my fuck in front of my eyes, bro. Look at him get the first touch. It's beautiful.
Damn.
He's got the reset. Torment, good luck, bro. He turns off, and that's the best position the Torment can sit. But it doesn't matter. Apparently, Jack had the advantage. He had the reset. He had the boost. He had the power. He got the goal.
Dorby, they don't care about us. They don't care about the stats. All they care about is taking this dub. And Gen G, the 1v1s, the passing plays, the defensive rotations, it's all there. It's all connecting. And now they're transitioning yet again. Abjack is trying to take some boost. He's trying to mess with Torment and be annoying with him. It's not going to work, but they're still looking to mount something on the offensive side. Now, Jordan, we got some time. What was the crazy stat? I want to hear it. You pulled me in. I got to hear it now.
I was going to say, going into this series, that Gen G, as a team, had 100% assisted goals. And then the only goal that went unassisted, other than the one we just saw, was the very first goal of game number 1. And no other team is even close to that kind of participation. And there they link up again. It's Jack to Nolly. Connection secured.
Seems like at this point they can do it all. They can hit the solo plays. They can take you out with some demos. And they can also connect some passes from the corner. All
This
the
is after their
fundamentals
timeout.
flowing flawlessly for
Seems like it's too
Gen G.
good.
How will version 1 stop the bleeding? They need to respond soon. Otherwise, they might be dealing with a match point, Gen G.
Don't forget about Chronic, who set that whole play up for Jack winning that 50. Gen G got aggressive. And Gen G very good at holding. You heard it Chiefs talk about how he feels like Gen G are the best defense in North America. And while version 1, they may have got him the first time around.
Yeah.
He doesn't think that they were going to do it again, and I think we're kind of seeing that right now. In every single game that Gen G score first, they're 6-0. For version 1, though, including the first 2 games
Ooh, that's
played,
good from Calm.
5-3, and maybe they can start to come back and push it, but Beast Mode loses the 50. You saw
Beast
Torment,
Mode's
he was
not
looking
feeling-
for something a little
feeling
lighter.
it.
Now he gets deleted, but nothing there
Something's
for
wrong.
Gen G. They pull off. Just seems to be the frustration. They know when to pull off. They know when to push.
Yeah. Well, it's such a frustrating game for
Something's
version 1
wrong
because I don't
with Beast
think
Mode.
by any means version 1 are playing bad. There's opportunities that they're creating. I mean, we just saw Calm do something quite creative off the ceiling by himself to set up a pass, but
Yeah,
when it comes to
something's off.
having your teammates ready, they're not able to capitalize. Beast Mode, that double tap is just slightly off. Speaking about capitalizing, that backboard was wide open. A good chance wasted. And version 1 are going to want another shot at it.
Version 1 aren't even getting the bounces. It's just coming right back out to Gen G. Constantly having to retreat. Beast Mode doesn't have enough boost. This is going to be a typical 50 for him. But you know what? They were expecting you to touch the ball.
What is going on? What is
You
going
get
on
that
here,
every
though?
now and again. Nolly coming up. When they get to the midfield line, even when it looks a little messy, Chronic, he misses it off the bar. Jack pass in front, Chronic. Back over to Jack, he misses the touch. Beast Mode, hoping that he can get out. He goes to the ceiling, but Chronic's got him clean beat. He's not thinking about the ceiling, he's thinking about the ball. And there's another 50 for Calm. Every single one of them taken away. Jack gonna sit real close, back over to Calm. Nolly gonna sit on the wing. Not gonna commit just yet, but he saw Calm hit the floor, and now he goes. Tap over, Gen G pulled off on the rotation.
Gen G are trying to play keep away, run this clock down. They've got the safety of that extra goal. Even if version 1 finds something here. Not going to be tied up quite yet. A good 50-50 goes in the midfield, and just look at the reaction, the recovery for which team can respond after a 50-50 goes neutral.
Yeah.
There's always a player from Gen G in
Gen
that
G looking
position
good.
to follow up, but I can't say the same about version 1.
The velocity on Gen G's passing is insane.
Yeah.
It's got to be so hard to defend when
Beast mode.
I mean, they're connecting on 80% of them.
Yeah.
That one back wall is fairly available for.
Okay, there it
just
is,
to
there it
sit.
is.
Even there, the pass denied. Chronic was right in position for it. Jack gonna sit back. Starting to work for version 1, excuse me.
Yeah.
What, the double commit might put them in a good spot, but no, they get the recovery. Chronic pinches it back. Calm is forced to push the ball down.
Torment.
Maybe Torment gets the flick out, but the rest, Calm and Beast Mode, they were both playing behind Torment. Nobody was out wide for that ball.
Exactly,
So they were gonna have to catch up. They gotta react to how Gen G are playing, Tark.
Well, and that's what's been happening a lot is you'll have one player like Torment in that situation was forward, and this might be a disaster. Torment can get the save. That was going in to his own net from Beast Mode's accidental touch. The final 10 seconds are upon us. This ball off the corner. Version 1, they need to score. They do. There is a chance. 5 seconds left. And they just might be able to force a game win if they can do some magic in the last 5 seconds.
Such a massive read from Calm. He goes straight for the dunk. He knows there's no time left. That was, I'm gonna jump, and if I get it, maybe we get something.
Oh, what a
maybe we
kickoff.
don't.
What a kickoff.
It works out well, but look how fast Chronic is. He doesn't get the touch. Beast Mode just gave Torment a chance at the ball. Calm coming in.
The
Oh,
fake.
the fake. But Beast Mode's gotta be there. Keep it in the air. He got it off the ramp. Torment got the full boost. And Chronic kills the ball.
Oh, no, the bounce. The bounce.
That ramp has ruined so many games.
What?
Torment scores!
Oh my
Big
god.
0 seconds.
What is this bounce? Gifted from the gods of Rocket League. Abjack goes up, thinks Calm is gonna get a touch. Nothing comes out. And
Wow.
they're able to tie it up. A miracle for version 1.
Everything could flip right here for version 1. If they could complete the comeback and get the win here in overtime. Chronic, Nolly in front. tried to get the double touch out, didn't want to give it right back to Calm. Now Jack can't get it. Chronic. Touch out.
Oh, fake
Calm. Blowing it down. As aggressive as Genji have been on the challenges, now he's pushing forward. And version 1 start getting control of the midfield.
Got
Torment
some
shot.
hype now in their step. You can see the way they're moving, the confidence, Jorby.
Emo?
After getting that goal. Beast mode. Okay, flip reset, potentially with a demo. And look at the difference we're seeing out of version 1. They are all over this defense of Genji.
I can't even imagine the endorphins that come after you score a
it's gotta
0-second
be.
goal when you're down 2-0 in a series, and you know that coming back from 0-3 is likely not going to happen.
Beast mode.
Beast mode trying to dunk, but Chronic ain't going to let it happen. A powerful touch to the side. Torment forced to respond on defense now as Nolly carries it. Jack's not going to find it, and Chronic denied as Torment gets in front on the 50. Calm loses his boost. Beast mode has to stay flat. Now he gets on the wall and gets a massive clear for version 1.
Here we go. We're gonna have to see how Genji can react. There's some space, very deep rotations, but Genji don't opt to go for a dribble. Maybe they're panicking themselves. There's been space created, and now Abstract is alone. He does get the flick out. Very panicked pressure applied from version 1. Genji haven't collapsed in the OT, but certainly those last 5 seconds were something that they're not too proud about, Jorby.
Well, that touch just gave it up to Calm. Beast Mode's gonna swing in behind him. Torment gonna play midfield.
There's
Calm
space.
gets the demo. Beast Mode gets the 50. The Chronic is gonna find Nolly on the side wall. Transition for Genji. Back to Chronic. Chronic
Double tap.
towards the net. Oh! Chronic with a massive double tap. The game is on match point.
Wow.
It doesn't matter if you get scored on with a buzzer beater. If the bounces don't go your way, you will make and create your own luck here. Genji, the double tap off the backboard. Chronic sends us to the end of that OT and also sends us to match point.
You gotta feel gutted if you're version 1 there. You had
That could have been the
all the momentum heading into that overtime. But Genji, they hang on, and we saw it at the start of that overtime, Turtle. You saw it, you were pointing it out about how much more energy was in that version 1 attack. They pulled out all the stops in that overtime, but they couldn't break through Genji.
Oh man, and just looking at some of these replays, sometimes you'll see a player from version 1, like in that previous one, Beast Mode just looked a little bit lost, and maybe it comes down to the confidence, not hesitating. Of course, the double tap from Chronic with the hype, the pop off from him, but it looks like there's just moments where version 1, they're a little bit lost, but you're right. When we got into that overtime, the confidence that was there, the lack of hesitation was there. They were fully committing to every single challenge they needed to be, but one counterattack, one double tap, that changes everything, but you still can hold your heads high. You were able to force an OT, Jorby. You can build off that. The only problem is now you've got to get a reverse sweep and a best of 7.
No one needs to know how likely that is. Apparently, Jack, not gonna get the touch. Calm has been great in that first man role, and apparently Jack, he got stuck. I think someone put sticky glue on his wheels. He couldn't get off the wall.
And I think version 1, they're hungry, they're mad. Abject, the sticky glue comes out. A little bit of a frustrating play from him. Backflip as soon as he went off of that backboard. Version 1, okay. They forced that OT, unfortunately didn't win it, but they can come out in the next game swinging.
Beast Mode hoping for a read, but Chronic could see him the whole way. You know, Beast Mode just covering the high option. That'll make the low challenges a little easier for version 1 in case Chronic does go underneath him. Just not able to mix it up against these challenges. You did see them start to mix it up at the end of the last game, version 1 I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But they still, most of these 50s, most of the challenges, Genji's just in the better position. Now, Beast Mode's winning a couple, and he misses that touch. I feel like you need a pop-off Beast Mode in this game.
Yeah.
If you're gonna get by Genji, and that's a touch that caliber of player usually comes up with.
Well, and you know, you heard the Des talking about it a lot with this version 1 offense. They don't need to only rely on Beast Mode, but whenever you're up against this Genji that's playing so fundamentally well, and the rotations are so sound and complete, the demos aren't knocking them off their feet. The thing that has worked has been the creative plays, of course. You know, Calm, the flip reset by himself. We've seen a couple of solo attempts from Beast Mode, but they need him right now more than ever to go Super Saiyan. This is where Beast Mode needs to be utilized and where he needs to come through with some double tap opportunities, anything creative to create
But I mean, like,
space.
But I mean, think about how many times Beast Mode has come online. What's that on the heels of? It's Calm facilitating that offense. It's him
Right.
getting efficient demos or effective demos, excuse me. And while
Yeah,
version one
Genji,
having
okay.
some demos, they haven't got the
3-1.
effective demos. So if he's not
2-1.
opening the door for Beast Mode, like, is he going to be the same caliber of player?
I mean, I certainly agree that there is a duo there with Calm and Beast Mode, but that doesn't mean that Beast Mode can't create opportunities himself out of thin air. There's been moments where he has some space, but that ball has just been kicked to the other side, and I do agree. There's definitely a balance, but right now it feels too in favor of Calm.
Beast Mode drops down, looks for a bump himself. Maybe he facilitates here for Calm. They've done many times as well. Genji. You know, they can hold
Yeah,
on
Genji
to
look
this,
good.
One-goal lead for
They might take
a
it.
long
Beast
time.
Mode
It
keeps
was
missing the
17
ball.
second mark that Genji
Not
scored in
missing,
game
but
one
maybe,
to
like,
tie it up, and then eventually win
choosing to
in a
miss.
2-minute plus overtime. Version 1, they've got great pressure here. It's not the same story as game 1 where they couldn't get out of their own half, but here comes apparently Jack!
Oh, come on.
Oh, taken out. Torment comes in. Version 1 build their own layers.
This looks like the best version 1 we have seen in quite some time. Obviously, thinking about the incredible moves they were making down the field just before we got into OT to tie it up. Now that spark has ignited them yet again in this game. They are playing quite an incredible amount of defense, but solo play effort from Torment is going to force a better 50-50. A nice follow-up from Calm, and maybe we can start to see more pressure out of version 1.
Nolly, he's out of boost, but both Jack and Chronic are looking pretty good in that department. It's going to be tough if you can't start starving this Genji squad. And there, around the corner. They're not, now version 1 aren't winning every 50 in midfield, but look at Calm, sit downfield, tries to plant his flag under Nolly. Oh, and Nolly wins a big 50. Beast Mode was playing optimistically. Torment wasn't playing the loss to him, and that blew version 1's rotation apart. Apparently Jack, another boomer. This time Beast Mode's in position for
Here
him.
we go.
Here comes Beast Mode. Calm, got the call. He's still got control. Calm, on the reset, off the bar, and Chronic saves it.
Oh man, that would have been ridiculous. Reacted and recovered in the air to get that. Now he's getting bumped out the way. Genji, they saw the fantasy plays Calm was capable of, and they decided just to take him out and punch him out the way.
Nolly called the doctor and gave Calm a bit of his own medicine.
Feeling bad.
That one's gotta hurt. Calm played that one
Don't
well,
tilt
but it
version
doesn't matter when nose hits the carriage. Jack gonna push the ball back out, and just like last time, in the final minute, Genji find a way to tie it, and whew,
Oh, a double commit too. There's some space for Abjack. Yeah, 2 players committed out of version 1. Good recovery from Torment. However, he's going to clear to nobody moving forward because of that double commit. And for version 1, Jorby, this has been a roller coaster of a series. Your emotions so high. You get opportunities.
Good demo.
You don't score sometimes. But in this situation, Calm is going to strike well.
apparently Jack gets smoked in the net on this demo. Chronic gets deleted. Jack can't see the ball anymore, and Calm gets a great shot.
Yeah.
Still a great spot for apparently Jack to sit, but that power from Calm was just too much.
The timing was there with the demo, perfectly associated with when Calm would go for that shot, take out the goalkeeper. Shot comes through. Routine stuff for version 1. Genji, first time their backs truly against the wall. And they're looking at taking a loss here within the last 12 seconds unless Abjack can make something out of nothing.
But beast mode actually flips and recovers. It's Calm. It's the next 50. No more time left. Are we going to see another one? Nolly sets it up. Jack not in position for it, and he's out of boost. It's got to be Chronic. It's got it off the ramp with 7. Nolly, no boost. Jack, a full tank. With that
Back
50,
down.
will not bounce on the ramp, and version 1 will
Wow.
not get swept.
Huge from version 1. So many teams with how that last game went down and played out would have honestly mentally checked out in this game, especially knowing that they have to get a reverse sweep in a best of 7. But version 1, they are resilient. They are very tough to crack, and they are not obviously going to go down without a fight regardless of what they're up against. And it was a different game for them. This felt much more consistent. We saw some double commits here and there, but whenever they got on offense, those opportunities like that right there, the timing was much more clinical and on point versus when they'd go for demos previously in other games, Jordan.
Yeah, they weren't getting outshot. Well, I mean, they did get outshot, but not by a wide margin, and the possession game wasn't 100% Gen G. I think that helped version 1 just settle down a lot. It's got to be stressful to constantly have to rotate. Like, you can't even go for the midfield boost sometimes, right? You just got to go from your third, and you're on small pack duty for a minute plus until you finally get it clear. But then you got to work again because Gen G have all of the resource that's on the field.
Right.
Turtle, sometimes all it takes is one.
All
to
it takes is
reset.
one. The curse has been lifted.
Maybe they start off with a goal here. They've done that a couple of times.
I mean,
but they've only won one of them so far.
we saw what happens and the difference it makes when version 1 are playing, obviously, with more confidence and just going for a lot more opportunities than maybe they would previously because they're not hesitating as much. And now that they have that one win under their belt, we could see them develop and expand on what was previously working for them and got them that initial win. We'll see what Beast Mode has. Doesn't offer too much forward. And we've got Gen G, a double commit, but maybe it was planned as they now are forced to both rotate back and deal with Torment.
Yeah, I've seen Gen G do that one a lot. Oh, Beast Mode had to beat Nolly the ball. Nolly recovers and gets back with a great clear. But I've definitely seen Gen G line that up where they land their undercarriage on the car, or on the ball, excuse me, but the other player comes up to shoot it. I think every single one of those is intentional. That's got to be difficult to read when you're trying to set up as a defender for the reset. But then they're basically banking on you not paying attention to the guy flying up right behind him to take the shot. It can be disorienting if you don't exactly see the pitch in front of you or you've been playing a lot of defense. It's a great mix-up call from Gen G. I like it.
They always try and mix things up. Haven't seen too many solo plays from Abjack. He is forced to deal with 3 players from version 1 in that corner. But that's what was working as well for Gen G, were those solo plays where Abjack would get behind the ball. Torment's going to pull that same strategy that you were talking about, where 2 players commit and one opts to fake it instead. Doesn't go in favor of version 1. And we've got a bit of a kickball. I think both teams have leveled out here. We're not seeing one dominate the other. It seems like a much more mixed and well-rounded battle for possession, Jordan.
Beast Mode's got to settle down, though. Hit that pass over to Calm, and then he ended up hitting his teammate, continuing on with the ball. Torment, his last lick of boost. Trying to keep version 1 in play in the midfield. Beast Mode again against Chronic. Torment's got the read.
Fast.
Jack's already rotated and avoided Beast Mode. 50 out, but nobody from version 1's there.
A lot of speed from version 1. Look at Beast Mode go. Forcing Nala to use a lot of boost. And you've got Calm in a solid position. Flip reset opportunity. Doesn't find a connection. Either way, it looks good. Big clear down the other end. This is what I was talking about, Jorby. Not one team could hold on to too much pressure, too much possession. Defense is coming through, and a disaster with the rotations from version 1. 2 players in the same spot. One jumped up. It's Torment, who couldn't get a connection, and Tom had already jumped as well.
Torment just shouldn't have turned. He saw Chronic there in the corner, and he's thinking it's going to come down straight. He's thinking, I can play this ball as it hits the ground. I can play it up to the sidewall.
Wow.
He wasn't anticipating the double touch. He's already got Calm there, like you said. And then he looks silly for jumping for it on that double touch. The net's wide open. You got to be the one to be a little more patient. And Torment, who is usually the picture of patience on the defensive line, that one uncharacteristic from him as Jack moves it across to the opposite corner.
There's definitely a lot of layers with that mistake. I mean, there could have been a situation where Calm communicates poorly and tells him that he doesn't have it. Torment off the crossbar right in front of the net. After just committing that mistake, he comes out on offense and can't find his mark.
Oh, and a demo again. Calm. This is it.
This
just
gotta
right around
be it.
Nolly. The 50 just goes straight back up to Nolly, who never left the backboard. Beast Mode, the touch goes too wide. He just hasn't had the same control. He lost an earlier one like that, and then had to give up possession. Version 1, not really their cleanest series.
Oh, man.
Torment missing not just that save earlier, but also the game-tying goal. Torment pops it across, and Kenny Beast Mode.
Not there.
No, he can't turn it.
Of course, I'm questioning the mental now for Torment. He's had a solid series so far, but in this game alone, he's created a lot of issues for his own team. Maybe he can get some revenge and at least try to redeem himself on offense. He's alone on defense, dealing with 2 players jumping up for the same ball. Now Nolly's going for a bump. He connects, and they make it 2-0. Genji up.
Torment knows that it's coming. You see it yesterday as they're
I
coming
think it's
towards
phase
you.
and peak.
Comes
Okay.
straight up. Torment,
Knights,
he
I think.
leaves the
I'm not
wall.
sure.
He can't. He doesn't want to jump early. That'll make the trajectory easy for Nolly to read. He has to stay
I mean, I gotta
planted
find
on
out,
that back
actually.
wall. He doesn't want to get demoed. He also wants to make the save, but you can't have your cake and eat it too. Genji, massive second goal.
But we know what version 1 are capable of. They were in a similar situation, down 2 goals. They scored 1 with 5 seconds left and managed to get the
G2
second
and
one
complexity
keep
is
the ball
next.
alive. Will they
And
be able to do it
then
again
phase and
here?
Axel. And then
It was a
SSG
miracle
and
before,
PK.
but of course we've seen several miracles in the RLCS.
G2 and
And that was
complexity.
almost another one.
Yeah.
Ducom came flying in for a bump. Beast Mode or Torment sets it up perfectly. Like, everything went right there for version
might end
1.
the
And then the
stream,
shot's
though.
still
I'm
denied.
not
Chronic
feeling
gets in
too
the
well.
way. You take away
Hey,
the layers,
that's
but there's
gotta be it.
always one more. This time, Jack pops out from underneath and picks up another save. Genji, are they solidifying the victory here? With 13 seconds left, another flick. Jack's there for the save. In the corner, Jack's there on the 50. That's just time off the clock. They get one!
All right, they've got an extra second. Torby, they've got an extra second too. This is all signs of life for version 1. A good 50-50 all the way over to beast mode. And now let's see how this kickoff
Easily?
goes. The kickoff before was so strategic, it went right back into that 3rd man waiting.
I don't know about
See how it
easily.
unfolds.
Complexity are good.
Hey.
Looking for beast mode.
Beast
He
mode,
connects.
back to Torment.
Shot with no seconds on the clock. Torment gets the catch. He got the pop. Chronic hits the touch. Nolly waits there. That forced him to hesitate. That little hesitation. Centimeters of difference. And Genji take down version 1.
There you go,
They
4-1.
get revenge the
Chronic is
opposite
insane.
way with a 4-1 victory.
The Fall Cup Grand Finals rematch.
Chronic is really good.
Like you said, redemption, revenge for Genji. Such a painful loss for version 1 in the quarterfinals. They had so many opportunities, so many chances. You feel for Torment specifically in this game where he just was unfortunately unable to find his mark and get that accuracy that he was looking for. But that is not the same story for Genji, excuse me. Every time they were presented with an opportunity, Jorby, they would make full use of it.
And it was such a good
4-2.
so many of the games, they look like one fluid machine. And
Oh my-
just that
Why
one
they-
hurt. Like,
why they have to
that's the
slow
thing
it
is that
down?
Even
Bro,
though JP
why
looks
they
so
have
good,
to slow it
they really insult Torment with that
They
one.
really
for
did
sure.
my man dirty with the slow down.
Hey Torment, at least they didn't show you the previous save that this will
Oh man. Oh man.
feeling great, popping off on the cams. And despite the chances that version 1 missed, most
We're just gonna chill here for a bit. Some practice. to the... Oh, throws. I guess. My controller disconnecting.
Hey, welcome back to the RLCS. We just witnessed some revenge from Gen G up against version 1, securing the dub. And I am joined with none other than my boy, the man of the match, Nolly. How you feeling, man?
You know, I'm feeling good, as always. You know me. Good vibes only.
Good vibes only. Well, you love to hear it. And this was a rematch from the Fall Cup Grand Finals, okay? What was the difference coming out here? Did you guys implement anything that was creatively different? What was the change that let you guys get the dub in the series?
Honestly, I think we just told ourselves, like, we're not losing to version 1 again. They beat us in the final. We're not letting it happen like, for the second time. So we just stepped up individually. We were a better team, better individual players, and let's show that on the field.
Right, and I mean, one of the biggest topics about you guys in this matchup was obviously going to be the demos up against version 1, and I know everybody expects that out of them. What, in your opinion and in your own words, is the best way to counter that demo playstyle when they come at you with those physical plays?
So, as the player being demoed, you just need to accept it and just be like, there's nothing I can do. Like, if you do get demoed, you know, you're just like, okay, that's it. And then your teammate backs it up. Like, I put full trust in both my teammates. You know, we all trust each other completely. So that if it does get turned into a 2v3, we know that we're safe.
Yeah, exactly. And now I want to put the game under a little bit of a microscope. In game 3, you guys barely got scored on with a buzzer beater. They got 2 goals within a matter of, what, 5 or 6 seconds? They kept it up.
Yeah, they did.
What was going through your mind? How did you guys recover and still end up winning that OT?
Well, I think as a team, we've got some of the best mental. Like within the overtime kickoff, we just told ourselves, like, well, let's do this differently. Let's change this quick. And in the overtime, we managed to get the win, but it was close. We were definitely shaky and nervous. But it's a win either way.
Okay. Rightfully so, and the nerves coming out. And speaking of nerves, you guys obviously have secured now a spot for the major. What's the preparation looking like? Are you guys going to take a break, or are you going full grind mode for Rotterdam?
We was going to go full grind mode, but we can't find any scrims in next week.
Oh, really?
So I think most teams are taking the week off, so we're just going to do the same, you know, relax. Just since me and Jack have been in North America, we've had no time off.
Yeah.
It's just been Rocket League day in day out for 8 to 10 hours a day.
Yeah, well, that's amazing to hear. Good luck with the grind. We appreciate your time, man. Good luck in the semifinals, and we hope to expect and we anticipate a lot of dubs coming in the future, man. Thank you so much.
I hope so. Thank you for having me.
All right, that is Noli's thoughts on the matches. Gen G continues to be dominant in quarterfinal action here. Getting a clean clapback on version 1 after dropping the rank finals in the last event. Gen G can advance, of course, to the finals.
And that's absolutely huge for them. 3-0 in the quarterfinals. These are the days when you gain so many points. because sure, let's go ahead and win a regional V1, but you're 1 and 2 in quarterfinals. That means we see Gen G having more points than them. V1 at this point now can finish no higher than third going into Rotterdam, and if Space Nation wins the final, version 1 will move down to fourth. While the other side for Gen G, because they won here, V1 does not pass them for first, and they gain even more of a lead for first place overall. So Gen G very, very happy about this result.
Yeah, they have to be. They've been the most consistent team in North America, and it really doesn't feel close, right? They go back-to-back runner-up performances, and now they're waiting for the winner of what's got to be our match of the day, right, Wave?
I'm really excited to see how the underdogs surprise teams and the Knights and Team Maxes do up there in the other quarterfinals. But yeah, G2 versus Complexity Gaming gonna be quite the match given the tiebreaker implications. Complexity trying to make it to land for the first time in a very long time. G2 trying to avoid not being land. I don't know. This is where they go. They are land boys. They are grand finalists of the World Championship. They don't play in Rotterdam. So much on the line here today. Gives Complexity versus G2 going to be nice.
It's absolutely huge, and Complexity is huge underdogs coming to this match. They only went 3 and 2, like in the Swiss. G2 on the other hand went 3 and 2. So it's like, it's not looking great, but so we talked about this last year. In the 2 years of Swiss, 3-0 teams in North America when they played 3-2, they were 14-0 until the Fall Cup, where both 3 and 2 teams won. So there is hope for Complexity. Again, like if they win, then they at minimum will force a tiebreak unless Axel wins the entire thing, which is very, very unlikely to do. So Complexity playing for their live, G2 playing almost as a win-win, because again, if Axel wins the entire thing, then G2 will have to play them for a tiebreaker. But G2, the pressure is on them. We've seen them in pressure before. They show up at international events. They made it to the grand finals of the World Championship. And we expect some results out of them. But Complexity is hungry. They barely missed out on the World Championship. They moved here for a reason. They want this maybe more than anyone.
Yeah, and it's been renewed for Complexity at the start of this season, too. Remember last fall when they made the fall major? It was because I feel like they worked harder than anybody else. And then they kind of lost that in between the fall and winter split, and they were playing catch-up the rest of the way. But now they've added CRR, and I keep saying it. Man's going to be a star in this region, and he's got to come up big for them here when they need him most.
Well, let's see what the fans at home think of the Verizon fan vote. Get your votes in chat there. Hashtag G2, hashtag COL, and we'll go down the line. I'm so fast on this one, but let's go with Dex first.
Yeah, I think defense is going to be the king here. I know that's not much of a bold statement, but I think G2's defense is significantly better than Complexity's. They kind of get themselves into a little bit of trouble being hyper-aggressive. Only 5.5 shots per game allowed by G2 so far in this event. I got G2.
The better offense is G2. The better defense is G2. The better day one, clearly G2 was 3-0 when Complexity didn't play any of the teams that made top 8. But we need tiebreakers, so I'm going Complexity. I want to see Complexity get the upset win here, and I want to see an extra match tomorrow, so I'm going Complexity.
It's so lame to predict two, right? Because
that's fair.
Two. Anyway, chat. Okay, give me G2 on this one. I want to see Complexity get the tiebreaker as well. So I think me predicting them helped push it in that direction. I don't know, folks. They are clearly the favorites in this matchup. How do you at home feel about this one? G2 usually got quite a few fans in chat, and they're showing up today. 65%. They are the fan favorites. Let's get down to the fields of the Verizon Skybox to get our next quarterfinal matchup down. If Complexity can win, they create havoc for G2 fans. G2 can win, things get a little bit simpler. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get down to Manfield for game number 1.
Saw that. Teammate jumped for no reason. I don't know why.
Waves to be we finally arrived. I think definitely it's fair to favor G2, but at the same time, watching Complexity play over day one, got a lot of good counterattack strength behind him. CRR had an excellent day yesterday. Graceful was getting very physical. AJG, the glue to make the rotation work and getting it all around. Definitely an uphill battle, but I don't think it's as free as some people may think. I would agree, and just like that, the unofficial match of the day is
I
underway.
gotta win one, so.
Like you said, it's all that question of can Complexity bottle the
only
lightning
chilling
that
in
they
casual
seemed to
anyway.
found yesterday, or is G2 going to be able to snuff it out as CRR pulls it downfield and just finds the open net over aggression from G2 early in game number 1.
Saw plenty of this yesterday from Complexity. Having
Dude.
to fend off a quick stint also helps a little bit. Sometimes G2 pushes a little bit too far, and they definitely scored more than a couple shots
Lagging.
over everybody's heads in the midfield yesterday as well. Complexity starting off strong. They proved they can hold leads when they played against Furia yesterday. Let's see if a one-goal lead here is enough against a high-powered offense like G2.
Yeah, and I'm curious if G2 coming into this matchup didn't fully respect Complexity. As great challenge there from Atomic, and he gets credited with the goal. JNAP put it off of his hood, but that challenge right there, the fact that he got the flip reset, flipped into it was
He
huge.
got the flip reset, saved it until he landed for the wave dash land. That's the speed and power to go right back up. He's a machine. He's automatic, man.
He is so good, and such a great pickup for this G2 roster coming out of last season. You knew that they were going to make some waves, but we didn't know how big they were going to be. But the fact that they made it all the way to the grand finals just really... Oh, Chicago just dangles this ball on a rope above the box and passes it right down to JNAP.
Beautiful execution from Razebull. I think he was trying to defend the upper center part of the net. And you're right, Chicago doing the right thing, letting it go further and further, pulling Razebull out of position to make the save, sets it up for his teammate.
Oh my
G2 out in
gosh.
front quickly. I mean, Complexity start off strong, but G2 back with a vengeance, not wasting any time. They're ready to go.
Yeah, and I really feel like that first goal from Complexity is just kind of indicative of G2 coming out and wanting to be the bullies in this matchup and really show that, no, we are one of the best teams, if not the best team in North America. We want to prove a point. We're going to come out and just...
This kid's jumping for every ball. Look,
Yeah,
look.
they got a
I
little
was catching it.
aggressive, but the first minute, they have really shown their dominance.
Why are you jumping for that?
Complexity finding themselves in a bit of an awkward situation
You'll see,
here
you'll
in the
see.
midfield where they had to
Like
give up
what?
the ball, and now they have to approach out of their own half. Razebull misses the flip reset. It may work out, though. AJG again caught leaning just a little far forward. Just having to make these constant small adjustments to get back behind the ball, and it's fine a lot of times for G2 to get set. CRR just gives up. He knew he misread that one. Leaves AJG in the one-on-one who will make the stop.
And thankfully, Razebull was targeting JNAPs there. Slowed him for that challenge,
Teammate's
which
not
slowed the push
challenging.
down
Challenge.
for G2.
Literally touch the ball. Get in front of it.
Speaking of G2, already 4 shots on target in the first 2 minutes of gameplay. And for Complexity, that's going to be a big thing for them.
I don't know what's happening.
In the top 3 for goals per game so far
I'm
this
50.
split. They're doing a great job. But they need to try and get past those semifinals. That's kind of been the bane of their existence.
Yo, and this kid took
split.
all the boost.
They haven't done well, haven't made it to any championships. Big question
Just
is,
leaves
can
me
they not
with
only get out
nothing.
of this round and keep their major dreams alive, but
All right.
can they make
Stay
it
on the ball
into
then.
a grand final?
A lot of good opportunities here being denied by G2. Some small openings for them to push forward. Razebull trying to apply pressure actually hangs CRR out to dry.
Of course you want it.
Thankfully, still able to make a good save, but Complexity going to put themselves in some risky spots to try and make something happen, but that's just G2 punish you if you make a mistake.
And you don't want to see that too early from Complexity. Still, 2 minutes to be played here. They're only down by 1 goal. JNAP did have that flip available, but it was far away from the ball. And Atomic keeps that one alive. Here comes Chicago off the side wall. Fakes out AJG a little bit. I think he was going for a demo. Speaking of demos, there's Razebull opening the field, but Atomic with a
What
big
are you
save on the
doing,
goal line.
kid?
Oh, and they might have a second pass right here. AJG looking for Razebull. Chicago's all over it. He was stuck to Razebull like glue. Wasn't letting him out of his sight. G2 gonna work their way out of another Complexity push. But it is good.
This kid bumped me
Complexity not
again.
Really getting boxed in. You could have been certainly worried about that perhaps becoming the case with how well positioned G2 tends to play. Complexity definitely taking some of their clear game habits from the Fury matchup into account here.
I don't
They
care.
move the ball nicely. Chicago says, "Excuse me, Razebull, you're in the way."
Great heads-up play here from Chicago. He's already in the zone. Why not steal the boost and take the goalie out of the equation? And Atomic just has to hit that one on target. And G2 up by 2. And now it's all on Complexity to get one quick.
He might do it.
Get me out of here.
Oh, he's so good. You can't fake JNAPs, man. The hard
like the deep cut out to the left to give yourself an option to go back post. AJG, this one has to be
Yeah.
in, and it will be saved. CRR trying to jam it through
They didn't
jail
care.
again. J-Naps getting it done on
They didn't
defense
care.
with just about a minute left. Chicago will pull another one off the goal line. Here's AJG, and
That wasn't
Atomic has
casual.
finally recovered.
Champ will be
G2
different.
staying alive, keeping the lead at 2, and staying comfy.
This is Champ
G2 just
1
building a brick wall on that
and
back
2, so
line.
I'll show you.
As Complexity looking
They
for
should be
another
different.
push
They shouldn't be
into the orange
chasing
half
as much as they were just doing.
AJG, I'm sorry, there for the cleanup. But CRR demoed on
Yeah.
that play, gonna slow the push
This is
down.
comp.
And 37 seconds remain here. They need a goal right now if they're going to try and tie this up. It's so hard to get 2 in less than 10 seconds. Good push, good pass. Oh, no! And it goes off the front of Chicago for an own goal.
Atomic actually made the right play here. He saw where the pass was going. Look at him pre-jump and get out there. He had it covered. And Chicago trying to race back just slams it into the net. I mean, I can understand what I was thinking there. What are the odds that Atomic just has that one on lock? But
It's just one of those panic saves, you know? You're going for it. You just hope you can throw your body in front of it and keep it out of the net. But wrong place at the wrong time. And Complexity, they have hope.
Last chance here past AJG. That one's straight up. Here comes Raiseball. It's got to be a... Oh, he goes right in the middle. Trying to beat him with the bouncer. And G2 gets out of another tight spot. CRR with a little opening from the physicality. Atomic to delay it. It's going to touch the floor here if they're not careful. Chicago delays the challenge. Drops it to the floor.
Looks like you have boost, kid. You jump. Why are you jumping for it?
Close out game 1.
And G2
Oh, you didn't. You saved it.
really
Oops, my
forced
bad.
back on their heels in the final minute of gameplay here as you get a look at the scoreboard and you see not too many demos to be had. Pretty clean game
Oh,
on
that sucks.
both sides of the pitch. But for me, Chiefs, coming into this matchup, I knew G2 was going to be the favorite here, but it really felt like Complexity, after that first goal, played a little scared and a little hesitant.
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, you have to be a little bit scared and hesitant when they got put in so many tight spots defensively, but it is a little bit of that mentality of you're up by 2, you know, you don't want to concede. Maybe you take the gas off, the foot off the gas a little bit, you let Complexity push forward, and then they open up the net in their own way with that physicality and the nice passes across the box. And J-Naps had to have a heck of a defensive showcase in game 1 to keep them out in front for that one.
All right.
So I think you got to credit G2's defense, if not for the win, at least for keeping them out of overtime. And they just scraped by a game 1 win off of a hard pressing Complexity. And game 2 with a completely reset scoreboard. Not entirely sure if you're going to get that same level of aggression from Complexity. I think G2 try and start to push back a little bit more.
Yeah, and for me, I'd like to see a little more sustained offense for Complexity. There are a lot of pushes into the offensive half, but it didn't live for long as AJG gets a demo onto Atomic, and G2 gonna rotate out, but great challenge there from Chicago. Turned that ball into a neutral 50-50 as Ray's bowl flip reset. Can't really turn it into much, and JNAP slows it down and gets sent back to the goal line for his efforts.
Great support from Chicago, recognizing J-Naps was going to get bumped off that ball. And G2 just kind of poking and prodding a little bit here at the midfield, seeing if there's anything, and it's a nice job from CRR not to just rush the play forward, let it breathe for a second, make sure everyone's ready to go. And you have entered the who actually holds possession start of game 2.
Yeah, I don't have the answer to that question. It's just been back and forth, but I think Complexity would be the favorite here. They're the only ones with a shot so far in this matchup, and just one sole one at that as Chicago had to get the one not only away from Ray's Bowl, but around Atomic. And a good challenge there from HAG. JNAP already climbs up that ladder, pushes that ball forward, and Chicago headhunting on that back line, but Ray's Bowl able to avoid it and get that save.
Also like that awareness from Chicago back on his own half to let that one roll for a little bit, and he's going to throw AJG for a loop. Everyone thinking that this one's going to get smashed top corner, maybe center of the net. Chicago says the wheels are good enough. Down and under.
Level change up there from Chicago, always keeping the defense guessing. Because like you, Achieves, I thought that one was going to be screaming at net, and instead, just a slow crawl towards the goal line. And Complexity find themselves in a hole, but plenty of time to work with here in game number 2. Just a 1-goal advantage for G2 as Ray's Bowl bombs this one downfield, and Chicago beats out HAG. Great speed so far from G2.
So you can really see the idea from Chicago. I mean, everyone from G2 certainly is well aware that JNaps is going to be your deep rotator.
If I wasn't lagging,
has the opportunity to cut.
I'll probably
You know
C2.
this, he's so good at manipulating challenges. But
My
Chicago's
ping is so high all the time.
plan is fast as possible in every situation. I'm always going to be right there. And you kind of see the downsides with it, you know, where he dunks Atomic and own goals in the last game. But at the same time, you also see how quickly he closes down gaps in the midfield with it and gives G2 a lot of extra chances to try and stay on offense. I'm not going to say it's high risk, high reward. Having one player that's so aggressive like that and positions himself that way can be quite valuable.
Yeah, I don't think it's high risk, high reward either. I think it's more of a double-edged sword, and it's sharper on one side. Yes, the other side can still touch you, but the other side is a katana, and you don't want to touch it. And that's what Chicago brings to the table, and we've seen that ever since he came into the Rival Series. He's always been such a fast player, and being able to have two players like Atomic and JNaps so smart and wise, realizing what he does bring to the table, and just let him stay off of his leash. Just go on-chain and play his game, and they'll work around it.
Complexity starting to try and find their way slowly but surely more towards the orange half with time ticking down. Just under 2 minutes to go. We'll see if they can actually stick there for longer than a bit, because G2 have definitely pressed the punt the ball to the empty space and make them reset button. AJG, no way he's going to be able to chase this one down right. Oh, he's going to let it roll and try and throw everyone off. And Atomic, that's nicely timed
take
touch
those
straight up to let JNaps come and take it away. You can see everything coming out of the bag for Complexity. See if they can catch G2 tipping their hand.
Good heads-up play from G2. Way to not bite too early, and good communication there from JNaps in Chicago. JNaps calls Chicago off. Had a better angle on that ball, and AJG can't quite beat JNaps. Gets up in time, but JNaps took a great angle on that ball to turn it into a 50-50. Stays in midfield, and final 60 seconds are underway.
Got him.
Complexity need one, and you called it, Achieves. Got the defense sleeping.
JNaps is thinking, he's got 92 boost, he's in position, he's like, yeah, Atomic's gonna get that. He starts going forward, and he's like, oh, I think we've all misread that ball. I think Atomic even thought he was gonna have a line on that.
That
Fortunately,
sucks.
not even close. And Complexity straight over the top of everybody. Thank you very much.
Yeah, tell him stop being in your position.
And they might actually get another one here. CRR, not fast enough and not far enough to the right. Atomic covering up. Second shot denied by Atomic as well.
And G2 forced to play on their heels for the moment. Let's see if they can break out of their own half, but CRR answers that one immediately and says, no, you are going to stay. And great touch from JNaps. Can't quite get there, but AJG cleans it up off the backboard. That was a dangerous one.
Pressure save moment for AJG. You can't afford to miss and let it bounce, but at the same time, you're not sure if it's in. And if you're going to hit the wall or not. Made the right read and the good adjustment. Here comes Chicago. We'll just let that one roll back towards his teammates. Raisable trying to force the issue, but that might have put Complexity in a bad spot here with under 10 seconds. Atomic with the flip reset under one. CRR forced to go out of the corner. Everybody in G2 in the same corner. Gotta spread themselves out. There's down into the middle. And it comes up empty. Chicago just whips it.
Oh, JNaps put a little too much mustard on that one. And Chicago unable to catch up. But I'll tell you, Chiefs, I was relishing at the fact that that passing play almost made it happen as G2 Esports find themselves in overtime. And again, in case the viewers need reminding, which I doubt, so many implications just on this one series alone. G2 Esports, if they do pull out the win for the series, at worst, they're going to find themselves in a tiebreaker tomorrow.
Yeah, certainly optimal to get a win here for sure. JNaps, shimmy shake as he pushes upfield, pinch across. Unfortunately, Chicago playing a little deeper than that for safety reasons. Not able to close down and cover up. Now he will cut back into the rotation in the corner. He's going to try and reach this one just to stuff AJG, and he's just off the mark. JNaps gets smashed out of the play, gives Complexity a chance to stick with it here into the corner. And G2 having deep reset there, looking for all the interference they can find with physicality in the corners and out of the middle of the pitch.
G2 looking to get their offense going. Chicago flip
Dang, yeah, you're playing with diamonds. Those are diamonds.
Patiently. He's still searching for his first shot. Can't quite find it and can't find the pass either. As
diamonds aren't
AJG
mechanical, that's why.
Defensive demo, like you said, onto JNaps, and JNaps pushes
Or they want to be
the
more
ball into the
mechanical.
corner.
Oh, what a
On
whiff.
the back line, they're gonna give away game two.
Oh, the head in the hands. well justified, devastating whiff for CRR. JNAPS has never had an easier one, and
Wow.
that is the real kick in the teeth. Your complexity. You're playing a solid game. Who knows what happens in OT, but unforced error, that'll kill you.
It hurts. It pains. Even if you're a G2 fan, you don't want to see your team win that way. Well, maybe you do. Win's a win, right? But it's just such a bummer when it is a tight-knit match like that, and it boils down to one of the easiest touches you'll have, and you just take your eye off of the ball for a split second and don't make contact.
Unlucky for Complexity. Going to find themselves in a 2-0 hole now. Long way back. It's still best of 7. It's not like you're on the cusp of getting knocked out here, but I think the bigger hurdle is not necessarily the game score per se. It's purely the mental hurdle of we just gave that one away for free, and we didn't deserve that.
You know, I'm going to be honest. I like seeing that we're not having a timeout from Complexity. We're so used to seeing teams take a timeout when they go down 0-2 in a best-of-7 series, but I think Complexity realized, no, we know what the problem there was. We had G2's number that entire match. We took them to overtime. We played much better than game number 1. It just boils down to a simple one. Let's keep that timeout in our back pocket in case we need to utilize it later as the passing play comes out.
Oh,
Big save
man.
for Chicago.
Doing a great job covering the top of the net from a beautiful passing play. CRR trying to find some demos, but everyone from G2 spreading out. He's going to have to try a little bit harder than that. Double commit. Razebull denies some boost, but CRR has to buy a lot of time here. And he will do just that. A beautiful challenge against JNAPS and Chicago. AJG is going to lift it forward for Razebull, but unfortunately they can't figure out who needs to go for it. Maybe it could have worked out if CRR got a little chip around the side, but I think they went for the safe option. The demo comes through. Chicago's going to need help, and no one's there for it. G2 unable to capitalize off the demo.
Great challenge there from AJG as well. As Razebull going to keep this thing alive for Complexity, and AJG up early too, went for G2. Numbers advantage for Complexity, but Chicago going to just boot this ball downfield, allow his teammates to rotate back, and start building up that brick wall on that goal line once again.
Great awareness from Atomic. You could understand where the play was headed. You saw the little chip forward towards the wall, and he knew the demo was going to be coming his way, so he cut up the wall to buy himself the extra time. The demo comes through one more time, and AJG did the right thing, managed the challenge to try and keep it heading towards net. Unfortunately, didn't take enough of an inward cut to actually get it in between the posts. And
Are you having a hard time winning?
Refusing to give away anything for free. They're making Complexity work overtime to try and score goals, and they're good pushes from Complexity. G2's having to work to keep these away.
No, absolutely, and it's the type of offense where if the defense makes one tiny mistake, they're going to be able to capitalize as AJG deletes Atomic, and here comes AJG yet again. CRR looking for demos, does find it, but just a millisecond too late on that one, as Razebull keeping this one alive through the corner.
The worst case bounce for his Complexity out of that top corner right there. Air dribble denied by JNAPS. And again, the bounces keep coming. Here's Razebull, wants the far side. It's too far. I think they had it covered up anyway. This one's finally going to die in the midfield. Atomic with a floater to JNAPS. He just needs to beat Razebull, and that's a beautiful challenge from him. Covering up the top to prevent the touch off the ceiling to beat the defense. We're through Chicago, but you're not through the last man. Now the problem is the numbers advantage for Complexity isn't there. It's 1-to-1-to-1. And G2 always has the answer, and AJG, but good support. CRR didn't get a piece of it. He saved another one.
Oh my
It went
gosh.
off of a G2 player, and Razebull scores the opener in game 3.
Over 2 defenders.
I've been playing Ring 3s and wasn't paying attention to my...
Osborne in. That's 2 own goals for G2.
Yeah, you probably in plat.
Still hold the
You're
2-0
going
series
against people who are
lead,
jumping in
and
for the
plenty of
ball.
time for them to crawl back, but
That's okay.
throughout the first half of game
3s is
play,
rough.
Chiefs,
You
G2
gotta
managed
just
a
know how to
big
read the
goose
game.
egg in shots. It
More
has
than
been
mechanics.
all Complexity all game long. They're going to be credited a shot there.
To read the momentum of the
And
ball is like, oh, that ball is going to
Complexity,
be
I am
touched
so impressed
poorly.
with how they've come out, especially after
Or that ball is going to be
error
touched great.
in game
And if
number
you
2
can
to
read,
lose it.
know the difference
Shades of
between the
game
two.
1, Complexity up.
You should be able to get to the ball
But this time
faster
with
than
a
most
lot less
of the
time
players on the
clock,
field.
and now you kind of force G2 to press the go
Oh,
button.
yeah. Bummer.
See what they can get done in a minute and
That
40
sucks.
seconds.
It happens.
AJG rips one towards net, definitely wide, but it does force the reaction from G2 and will blunt the counterattack sword with the demo as well. Straight to Atomic, looking for Chicago.
Oh.
Leaves it for Atomic again, and CRR all over it. Wasn't going to give away anything for free. They may have to concede the corner boost, and AJG got a really nice challenge there to stop G2 from pushing any further.
And we're getting into that time where we're going to see G2 put it in a hyperdrive. Got to march the full length of the field. But first, they've got to focus on getting it out of their own half. And here they go, into the blue side. But CRR cleans that one up, eats that ball into the corner, flip reset, and pushes it back towards the crossbar. And
whoa, AJG.
All over the place right now.
Oh, what a play.
Characteristic, and they just caused chaos in the back half.
AJG had that one dialed up. He's up the sidewall before that clear even came out. Omniscient performance on the midfield defense from him. Gets the ball back into the mix. Complexity put in the insurance goal, and I think we're going to be looking at a 1-2 scoreline now.
Good call off there from Atomic to JNaps, but yeah, like you said, I don't think we're going to see this one go into overtime, not unless G2 can pull out a miracle. They need to get to work now, and they need a goal before 30 seconds, but it's looking like it is not going to happen. Getting two, need one every 15 seconds, and with how stingy the defense from Complexity has been so far throughout game number 3, I'm going to chalk it up to impossible.
Great show from Complexity again here. A lot of shots. 7 shots to the 1 of G2 here in game 3. And as you said, a testament to rally off the unforced game concession in game 2. Just a flat whiff, and you come back here with a convincing shutout.
Wow.
Good pressure. G2 definitely put through their paces and in general held up pretty well, but couldn't keep them all out. Complexity moving.
Rizbo has been grinding,
physical,
which is cool to watch.
Boost, make it as difficult as possible.
A lot of
Even
ones.
as good as G2 is, if you don't get the clears, get crushed.
And Complexity making this a series, not going down 0-3, and most importantly, still maintain that timeout. Could come in so important if we see this go into a game 7, or even if they drop this next game. But Razebull in this series, playing out of his mind, just right place, right time, and really throwing chaos into that back half of G2, like I said earlier, where G2 doesn't know where they're going to be. They don't know where those challenges are coming from. Is someone going to be pulling the 50-50 right now? Am I going to have wide open space? Just constantly keeping G2 guessing.
Yeah, physicality was a big part of their game yesterday as well, and certainly trying to bring that back to bear against G2 here. And it's all on G2 right now, I think, in game 4. You have to kind of reassert control. I mean, I shouldn't say that they didn't get the clears. The harder part was hanging onto the ball in that last game.
In the stream and go
Since they were
eat
under so
something.
much pressure, G2 really did have to punt the ball away, and it never really got into
I guess
a
after
position
this
where they could
game.
fight for the ball at the midfield line. It was kind of,
I don't
okay,
know.
punt the ball away,
Right.
reset, and here comes Complexity again. So you're really looking for them to probably try and hang on to a little bit more of their own corner boost, prevent some of that boost steal, or perhaps, like you said, it's the physicality from Razebull, as that will be denied with a huge boomer of a clear off the pinch from the goal line.
Well, and it's strange, right, Achieves, we're not used to seeing G2 just try and bomb the ball downfield to get it out of their own half. When I think G2 esports in Rocket League, I hold the phone, shot on target denied. I think, okay, G2 coming in, they're going to be able to get the clears. And the way they get those clears, utilizing teammates. They usually don't just rely on one man to get the ball out of their own half. It's a 2-man or 3-man effort to push that ball downfield and transition immediately into offense. And like you said, unable to do that in game number 3.
They do have a pretty good setup right now. AJG misses Atomic, trying to size up the challenge. Razebull just hits reverse, forces AJG to make the weak touch, and CRR wisely just going to let that one chip into the corner, and it is slow challenge play as much as you can for Complexity. Try and make yourself hit the ball second, because you would have been in a horrible spot, and now G2 have a pretty decent grip on the pitch at the moment. The demo is going to help as well. Chicago looking for help, and the exact wrong thing to happen. Again, another big pinch clear to force G2 to try and regain possession. And who cares about that? Float it to JNaps. Nobody from Complexity put a hand up, and they get punished.
Hand down, man down. JNaps with the flip reset. And he is undefeated against Father Time, pulling out the mechanics so many seasons into his career, and G2 Esports up by 1.
Maybe 2 here if Chicago can get a piece. AJG, it's a soft clear, and it should be JNAP's ball, and he lands quite smoothly up on the sidewall as well, trying to continue the push. Atomic with a float towards the wall. Raise Bull is going to dodge a demo and try and fight for possession. Complexity looking to find a way out of their own half. They will manage it, but do they stay there? Float in front. Atomic dodges the demo, but AJG also overshoots the ball. Tips it across the goal line with no chance to score, and Complexity looking for a way forward now.
This series is an absolute seesaw right now. One game, it's one team. The next, it's the absolute other. I'm so impressed with G2's ability after getting trounced in game number 3 to come into game number 4 and refuse to be pushed out of that blue half. They've done a great job at maintaining pressure and, more importantly, getting this ball out of their own half, not allowing Complexity. AJG misses that one. And Atomic, I think, showed a little too much respect on that.
Yeah, I mean, you see AJG coming off the back of the net there with such conviction, you're thinking, of course he's going to hit it. Everyone ends up missing, and AJG is just glad that it wasn't actually in and he didn't have to hit it. What? Complexity more than content to sit on the 1-goal deficit. CRR dodging a demo and making another nice stop, but G2 continuing the press. It's over AJG's head. Atomic actually chips it up, tries to buy more time and find a gap on the backboard, which CRR recognizes.
I think if Atomic puts that one in a cannon, that one's going in. Instead, like you said, elects to just pop it up, give the defense time to rotate back, and here comes JNAPS. Raise Bull somehow gets that touch off of the ceiling. Great presence of mind to be there and maintain car control, not only to get that touch, as Atomic gets the bump, keeps things alive, and here comes JNAPS. Met in the air by Raise Bull, but important touch there from JNAPS as it kept things alive for G2 in their offensive half.
And G2 definitely slowing down the challenges if they can help it, because they know Complexity is getting up early to try and stop them, and that may lead to change-ups. AJG recovers and gets a last glimpse after the smoke clears to make the save. And Atomic puts another one off the wall. Complexity trying to suss out how to finally break free, and that might be the touch that does it. G2 making sure they can secure their own corner boost. Atomic finds the perfect spot in the middle of the pitch to clear the ball to buy time. And as a minute approaches, Complexity needs something to force an OT. The boost deal might help. The physicality was there. CRR with a floater. They missed the bump. And that's the missed opportunity. It was not an easy play, but it's one that needs to get made.
And great awareness from Atomic to stop on the closed post instead of overcommitting and allowing that ball to get over his head and behind him. But Complexity knocking at the door of G2. Atomic just pushes his one back towards midfield. CRR, he has AJG available to his right side. Gets the 50, AJG up, but beat out by JNAPS. And this ball all the way down the pitch. Complexity have to start again from square one.
Raise Bull did have to concede the corner boost to make sure he maintained possession, and JNAPS playing deep makes a big stop with a shot to the top corner. Atomic now trying to slow down pace of play, force Complexity to take a breather and waste a few precious seconds. CRR across to empty space, but it's going to buy a lot of time for G2 to get set here for the final push. Raise Bull trying to go for the bumps. Atomic dismounts the back wall, makes a big clear, and steals away the midfield boost. Not a lot of options for Complexity, and it is a surgeon's touch required to keep this one up. No dice. And G2 put him in a stranglehold, 3-1 in the series.
I have a headache. I'm going to go eat and
certainly
play Pokemon and watch.
Here, I'm assuming from Complexity as G2
I should play Pokemon on stream.
Just piled on the offense here.
But let's talk about the games later. I'll be on the server, so anyway. Cool. Thanks for hanging out, Marion. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Peace out. See you on the pitch.